Yo, it's your boy, Mr. Controversy, back again. Welcome to the 3 Point Conversion Presents Sports Battleground. Again, like I said, I'm Mr. Controversy. I got my special guest, Big Q. What's going on, baby?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
This is
good.
my first time on the battleground, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
Y'all
good.
know how we get down. So today's topic, we're talking about quarterbacks. Now, you know Brady and Russell meeting in the Super Bowl. So if Brady wins the Super Bowl, let's just say if he does,
Mm.
is he the greatest of all time? So today's topic will be if Brady wins the Super Bowl, is he better than Joe Montana? Would you call him greater than Joe Montana? You got it first, baby.
Wow, that's such a tough one. That's such a tough one. Listen, the more I think about this, the more I think it's more me not wanting Brady to reach that pinnacle. I don't want him to be in a conversation with Montana and Bradshaw, people like that. I don't want him there, right? But if you look at the accolades, man, you know, you got to give it to him. I don't think he deserves it. I think their path to where they got to is marred with controversy and asterisks and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, man, you check the stats. This dude, he, he, I think he belonged with the greats. Is he the greatest though? I don't think he's done enough personally, like as far as individually to elevate himself to that stature. But again, at the end of the day, it's the hardware, it's the rings. He'll be among the greats, man. And that make me sad to say, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I hear you, man, but hey, I gotta say he'll be the greatest.
Mm.
Why do I say he's the greatest? First of all, look at this. It's the only quarterback I think he has to be the only quarterback that started 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
Only quarterback to been to 6 Super Bowls and started all six.
yeah,
God forbid he gets hurt or anything before the Super Bowl. He's won three, so of course we said if he wins another one, this would be four. So he's tied with Joe Montana.
mm-hmm.
Yes, Joe Montana is 4-0. We know that.
Right,
But think about the two Super Bowls that he lost.
right,
Remember, both Super Bowls he lost.
right, yeah,
Eli Manning came back with within 2 minutes left in the game. Had
yeah, you did.
either under 2 minutes left in the game, came back to beat Brady in both those games. So Brady put his team in a position to win. True enough, it's a team sport. We're talking about that, but we're not talking about a team today. We're talking about quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So really, Brady will have five, and if he wins this one, it'll be 6 Super Bowls.
Right. Okay.
We could say that he should have.
Right.
But then let's look at the players Brady had.
Mm-hmm.
You look at, let's go back to Montana. Montana played with Jerry Rice, played with the greatest offensive coaching mind ever, as in Bill Walsh.
I agree.
Yes, Brady has the best coach in Bill Belichick, but at the same time, look at his players that he played with.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about Deion Branch. He's garbage. What's my man number 80? Troy Brown. He's all right.
Wow.
Then you had the other wide receivers that played in the early years. I mean, I can't even name their names unless you're a New England fan. So he has gone now, no doubt, but his talent has been far less than Montana.
See, Mr. Controversy, like when we get at the talent, then the conversation is different, in my opinion. Now, I know he had like a little streak going. It was the last year, the year before last, where it was such and such amount of games without an interception, blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. We're talking about Jim Kelly. We're talking about Joe Montana. We're talking about Terry Bradshaw. I'm just saying, talent wise, I don't know if I can agree with that. Hardware, accolades, yes. Talent, I don't know. I can't touch that one.
But I mean, not to go away from the Brady Montana, but I don't even put Terry Bradshaw in this conversation. I mean, he won 4 Super Bowls, but in all 4 Super Bowls he won, yes, the defense stepped up, whatever. But it's only one Super Bowl. I think that was the '78 Super Bowl where he threw for like over 300 yards.
Right.
Other than that, he's played horrible in the Super Bowls.
Right.
But we're talking about, okay, Montana has that one drive in '88. And 89, he would play lights out. So I can't take nothing away from Montana.
Yeah.
I think he's a 3 times MVP.
Yeah.
I can't take nothing away from him, no doubt. But out of the 4, we could actually say we're talking about the ones he lost to. 4 out of the 5 Super Bowls he's played in, he's been in, he's had impact in. The first two, he took his team down the field. The one against
St. Louis.
Against St. Louis, and then against Carolina, he drove them down the field. Yes, Vinatieri kicked the field goal, but he drove them down the field.
Right.
Even the two that he lost with Eli, he put them in a position to, especially the one with that Randy Moss, when Randy Moss caught that touchdown, to put him up 14-10.
Right. Listen, I think the guy plays exceptionally well, and you know, on the big stage. I think he does. I just think about the journey to get to these Super Bowls, like, and then I look at the ones that he did win. You know, the St. Louis one, I give him that one. I give him the first one because, you know, it was some stuff going on. He was on the rise. He was the young guy coming off the bench, and you know, and that story is beautiful. They were that close, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Panthers fan, but there was some things going on in that game that they better be lucky they got it there with that dub. I'm just saying, right? In the Philadelphia game, come on, man. You know, I think McNabb and Owens was just they were having a way in that game. You know what I mean? You know, so those two, the Carolina Philadelphia games, I couldn't say, oh, well, Brady, you know, it was he put a team on his back, blah blah blah. St. Louis, yes.
Dog, the Carolina game, y'all tied the game, and the Carolina game, he came back and took the last minute drive to put Vinatieri in that situation to win the game.
Well,
the onside kick.
I look at it differently. I think
onside kick.
John Casey, you know what I'm saying? Right, you know what I mean? But you know, but then at the same time, I think about the games that he lost, the two that he lost. You know, the undefeated season, him and Randy Moss just blowing everybody up in the regular season, and you know, in that clutch moment, and that, you know, and I don't know, we talk about Eli Manning, right? Are we saying Eli Manning is considered one of the greatest now because he dethroned Tom Brady not once but twice in the biggest game ever? I'm just saying.
But did he? Okay, so did you? But that don't mean he outplayed Brady.
Right.
It's just that, you know, he had the ball last.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree with that. I don't know. I just think as far as skill goes, I look at people like I said, like Kelly, who went to 4 in a row. Right. Didn't come up. He didn't win any of them, but that's talent.
Remarkable.
You know what I mean? That's talent. You know, but you know.
But then look at his team though, Big Q. He had Andre Reed, Thermal. Thomas,
yes.
Oh man, I mean, Lofton. Then he had, and Don Beebe. Don't sleep on Don Beebe. He was nice too.
Yeah, right.
But Brady doing this with Troy Brown, Deion Branch.
Yeah, I would give more kudos and more credit to Bill Belichick and the coaching staff than I would give it to. I think they put Tom Brady in a position where, you know, that could be anybody. That could have been anybody. That could have been. Okay, that couldn't have been anybody. It couldn't have been Tim Tebow or nobody. But I'm just saying it could have been any capable quarterback. That could have been Aaron Rodgers. That could have been a Drew Brees. You know what I mean?
So you think a quarterback to come in the middle of the season like he did, this dude that had no experience playing, he come in and lead that team to a Super Bowl?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, you know, if you ain't been paying attention for the last couple of years, man, Bill Belichick, as much as I hate this man, he got to be the most, you know, diabolical coach I've ever seen in my life. This dude will find a way to put his team in a position to win a game. You know, even that season when Brady was not playing up the standards, and he was, you know, the season where he went down, and then the other guy came in for a little bit. The Patriots still played. They still had a pretty good season.
Right.
With what was the man's name? Came in and for Brady that season. I'm just saying.
Matt Castle.
Yes. So look, I ain't saying it could have been anybody, but it could have been. But it could have been some other people. That's what I'm saying. You know, could have been some other people.
But now, okay, I give you that. Now, but we talk about coaches. So you're saying that Bill Walsh had nothing to do with Joe Montana getting them first 3 Super Bowls?
He's another one. Bill Walsh is another one.
So you can't bring the coaches in because I talked about this earlier. If Bill Walsh wouldn't have retired in '88, we could easily say he would be the best coach ever, and Montana probably would have had another 2 or 3 Super Bowl. They would have got past the Giants in '91.
Easy. Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, in '90 if he was playing.
I don't know at all. Yes. You know.
I mean, you know, I really think with Brady, you look at because him and Montana, both of them, they clutch. They got their poise. We know that. Now, I'll say this, and it's like I'm going against my argument, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to grill it in. We'll say that Montana was more athletic because Montana was scramble. I mean, honestly, back then, Montana was the scrambling quarterback. I mean, you know what I'm saying, for back in those days. But at the same time, who commanded their offense? Who had better leadership? Was it Montana or Brady? It was Brady.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brady's, that whole fiery Brady, fist pumping, yelling and cussing Brady. I think that's the Brady of like maybe 4 years ago. I don't think way back in the day, like, that 2001, 2003,
Right.
2004. He wasn't like that back then. He was a guy that he got plugged in. He did what he was told, and he just happened to be a pretty decent quarterback. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, this could have been anybody. This could have been anybody. This could have been anybody, man.
Come on, man.
Could have been anybody.
Come on.
Look at that system. Bill Belichick has shown over the years, man, you can take people in, put people in, plug people in, take people out. I mean, we done tried everything, man. We done had Randy Moss, Ocho Cinco, Darrell Reeves. I mean, you name it, man. He done had the gamut of talent, and they always win every single season.
Right.
I'm saying. So it could have been anybody. Could have been anybody, man. And I'm going to stand by that. Could have been anybody.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
So you think anybody could have drove their team down in the first two Super Bowls and won a game? No.
In the first two Super Bowls, I'm telling you, it could have been anybody, man. Anybody with a decent quarterback. I mean, I'm not saying like these young guys like Andrew Luck and these. I'm not talking about guys like that. I'm talking about somebody with a little bit of experience, somebody with a little bit of poise, a little bit more football knowledge. I mean, like I said, the Breezes, the Rodgers, these guys, I think they could have done it. I think they could have, easy. I think you could just plug those guys in, ran the same exact gameplay call, same outcome.
With them receivers.
Same outcome. Same outcome.
Breeze, maybe, because Breeze receivers, I mean, they're pretty good. They're okay. Like, they're nice. Like, I think Colston he doesn't get enough credit.
Right.
I wouldn't call him a very good receiver, but Breeze has, his receivers are not like beasting like that. But still, man, just to be calm, like Breeze is not even that dude anyway to be calm like that. Like, how many comeback wins does Breeze have? He doesn't have that many.
I'm gonna tell you though, the telltale sign is this: we've seen it in three of the Patriots Super Bowls. If they play against a team with enough pressure and a good enough defense, it knocks him out of his rhythm and takes him out of his game plan and whatever the system that they put in. Because he got to improvise. We saw it in the Carolina game first, and then we saw it 2 times with the New York Giants. I'm telling you, he facing the Seattle Seahawks this time, and he ain't never seen nothing like this before. I guarantee you that. You know what I mean? And you get Tom Brady thinking on his own, he ain't the same guy. He's not.
No, you're right, and that's why the question was, the topic is if he wins, because I don't think they're going to win anyway. I think Russell Wilson's going to beat him. So, all right, so we're going to end it like this. Big Q, give me your top 5 quarterbacks right now.
Wow, top 5.
All time.
I gotta put Montana at number 1.
Right.
It's a strong tie between him and Marino. I like Marino a lot, you know what I mean? But I would put Marino maybe at number 3. Number 2, I would slide in somebody like I would probably, like I said, I've been talking a lot about Jim Kelly. I'm a big fan of Jim Kelly. I love his work. Then I would throw in maybe Steve Young. I liked him too, and then Aikman. And then I'd probably put a young guy like Stafford at number 5.
Who?
Matt Stafford.
No, I'm not saying name your favorite. I'm saying not top 5 all-time greatest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I got Brady. Brady ain't even in there. Brady ain't in there.
You put Stafford from Detroit?
Stafford from Detroit, yes.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time?
Number 5.
Yeah, he's the number 5 quarterback of all time?
Of all time. You got him. You got Young, Marino, Kelly, and Montana.
Matthew Stafford, right? From Detroit Lions.
Yes.
All right.
Matthew Stafford, man. Check the dude's resume. I'm just saying. Check his resume.
Can I end the show right now? But I'm gonna give my 5. Stop it. I'm gonna give my 5. My top 5. I have right now, as of right now, not if they win, just as of right now. I have Joe Montana. Why? Because he has 4 Super Bowls.
That's right. Yeah.
I have Tom Brady, number 2.
Okay.
Man, Peyton Manning kind of fell off, but I give Peyton Manning number 3. He still won the Super Bowl. Greatest regular season quarterback of all time.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot
just
about
that dude. I mean, he's implemented a lot. Just
Absolutely.
the way he implemented, this type of style.
Right.
3. I got him at 3.
Mm-hmm.
I have John Elway at number 4.
Never was a John Elway fan. Was never big in John Elway. Yeah, you can keep that one.
I got to give John Elway was clutch. He just didn't have help, but he ended up winning 2 more. He went to 5 Super Bowls.
Right, yeah.
And I got to throw Dan Marino in, man. Just because Dan Marino pretty much started this, quarterback, before the old quarterback with the Colts. I can't think of his name right now.
You're talking about Unitas.
Unitas. Yeah. And honorable mention, I got to put Warren Moon up there.
Yeah, Warren Moon was good. He was good. Maybe I would switch Stafford for maybe Rodgers, probably. But I like Stafford. I'm saying I like to do. I check his resume after the show. Check his resume.
Matthew Stafford from Georgia.
Check his resume.
His resume is haven't won a playoff game.
No.
He chokes in big games.
I don't know. Look, that's a whole. Like, we can talk about the Detroit Lions and they situation.
He got Calvin Johnson.
It ain't got nothing to do with Calvin Johnson. Not Calvin Johnson. Matthew Stafford. There's a lot of other things going on in Detroit. A lot of other things, but Matthew Stafford, man, put him on a different team. Put him on somebody like the Colts with T.Y. Hilton or something. Put him on the Bengals with them receivers they got. Put him with
Calvin Johnson. He has Calvin Johnson. Okay, the reason why I can't yell, folks, is my newborn daughter is
right.
asleep. I will be going ballistic right now.
So, push your buttons. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, check his resume. Holler at me on Twitter, and I'm telling you, you see what I'm talking about.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna end it right here. Big Q, go ahead, man. Tell them where we can follow you and everything, bro.
Yeah, it's a Big Q of Team Boy TV, man. The Team Boy TV movement. You Mr. Controversy, you've been a part of that. Check us out on Team Boy TV Turbo on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at Team Boy TV, and that's where you can find me and my squad at, man. No
doubt. Appreciate you coming on the show, man. Of course, you can follow me on this YouTube page that you're watching now on the 3-point conversion YouTube page. And of course, we have the 3-point conversion presents Making the Cut, where we go to different barbershops and we debate. We have a panel of 3 and we debate about sports, which show is coming next week. Also, of course, we have NFL Diary. And of course, what you're watching now, 3-point conversion presents Sports Battleground. Also, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Controversy 21. And we will see you again soon. Peace.
All right, man.